Security Breach comes out tomorrow, and there are still some unconfirmed things we hope to see appear in the latest FNAF game. So those little bits are what we're exploring today. Let's do it. In a 10 ball pit time machine. Now honestly, this isn't something I would normally put on a FNAF list, okay? If anything, I think I might have put this on like the worst FNAF plot points list. However, seeing a giant ball pit for the first time in an actual FNAF game that wasn't when you had to buy it interests me. Specifically because of the Fazbear Frights book Into the Pit and the story of the same name. Since in that story, the first Fazbear Frights story by the way, we see Oswald who can travel between 2011 and 1985 by jumping into a ball pit in his local pizzeria that actually used to be a Fazbear joint. And honestly, that book being released and then a ball pit appearing in the next FNAF game does not seem like a coincidence. So maybe it won't be as extreme as maybe 30 years, but maybe we could get like a little way to like quickly transition from like morning to night if we need to. Like at least after the game is completed, like how in Boneworks you can unlock areas in sandbox mode and stuff. Like can you unlock this when you complete the game? Hopefully this is a cheat or something that we can enable even if it doesn't end up being canon. However, the inclusion of cheats could confirm the whole dream thing. That's a whole other can of worms that I'm not touching today, so don't get mad. 8 at 9 VR port. This may not be a popular desire when it comes to Security Breach. If you listen here and you listen good, maybe you'll understand. I want a VR port of Security Breach, okay? If they can turn FNAF VR into a flat game for the people who can't play VR, then they can turn Security Breach to be VR compatible, or at least like an update that allows it, okay? Because I want to play this game in my favorite gaming medium, okay? I don't care if people think it would ruin the game or the series, okay? This is my list and I can put whatever I want on it. So a VR port is something I really want to see in this game, especially if there are mini games, because holy shit, that's the stuff. I want to play VR mini putt with Glamrock Chica. I want to play laser tag with Glamrock Chica. I want to go on virtual dates with actual women. But since the world is kind of shut down and none of them want to go mini putting with me, let me do that with robots, please. And at 8, Easter eggs. Now with over 7 years of history with a franchise as big as FNAF, we've come to expect a certain amount of lore to drop with each new installment. And honestly, at this point the bar is real low for the amount of lore that will actually drop. But there should at least be a couple of Easter eggs to previous games. We've already seen ones in the trailers from the looks with the security office that Gregory is hiding in while Monty smashes on the door in the October State of Play trailer. I mean, like, it's literally 1 second, but yet it's still something. So with this game being free roam, I'm expecting quite a few Easter eggs from this latest installment. Especially because if we don't have enough Easter eggs, we probably won't know enough about this game to theorize and make some timeline placements and whatnot. After the whole kerfuffle that I dealt with when trying to place this game before, with the FNAF AR email times changing depending on when you actually get them in real world time, everything was thrown for a loop. This is probably one of the most hardcore series in the world, at least lore wise, so we need every bit of detail that we can get so we can have a good understanding of what's going on moving forward, and so that we can finally know if the first FNAF games are the actual games in universe or if it's like the mini games or something, because we still don't know. It's been like 3 years, Scott. Come on. And it's 7 dark moments. At this point, the FNAF series is over 7 years old. It's grown, and so is the fan base. When this series started, I was in my 2nd year of high school. Now I've graduated college and am a full-time YouTuber. Oh, my parents are so proud. The fan base has gotten older just as the series has, and I want the games to reflect that. There have been some dark moments over the years. We've covered them in multiple lists. However, this time I want something real dark. Something that will shake me to my core and actually keep me up at night. I need some kind of shocking moment that will make me want to investigate more instead of doing it because it's my job. I want something juicy. I want some gore, and not some 8-bit pixel gore either, okay? I want to hear Gregory scream while he's crushed. I want to see Afton fall out of Springtrap. I want something jarring that will make me think. Give me that and I'll be happy. Plus, it fits with my current mindset. And at 6, clear lore. I think that we all understand that FNAF lore is a bit more obscure than some other series. There is a lot more work that needs to be done to uncover it than in something like Halo, for example. But that's where we find the fun in it. We haven't had to decode ciphers to find any other game's lore, and that's what set FNAF apart from other horror games. But the real issue that I have with this is just the sheer amount of bull that gets in the way of the lore. Like, come on, Scott. You said yourself these games are looking forward to where the series is headed rather than where it was. We shouldn't have to wait for another 2 years for you to release a book explaining what's really going on in this game. It was fun at first, okay? But now, it's really annoying in my personal opinion. Like, you've been featured next to God of War, so please give us the God of Lore. And I didn't mean to rhyme when I started that sentence, but I couldn't miss the opportunity. Halfway through into number 5, multiple endings. I feel like this is kind of a guarantee or even a requirement in a FNAF game at this point, but we might as well discuss how it could happen. My best idea is that there's going to be around 3 different endings. One by following Vanessa, one by listening to Freddy and waiting until 6 AM, and the final secret one that could be unlocked via collecting objects around the map or with a certain set of conditions being met. Although I doubt punching a code into a wall is going to count this time, but I will be searching meticulously through the whole thing when the game comes out. Yeah, you know I'll be playing it. This is probably the only FNAF game that I'll actually have played all the way through. Don't get me wrong, I like the series, mostly, but I hate being scared. And since the game comes out literally tomorrow, you can all say goodbye to me for a week while I play this and investigate every single nook and cranny this game has, obviously asking for its consent first. And when I'm looking for lore and secrets and stuff, I'm probably going to be streaming it on my own stuff. But when I'm not, I may just play it for my own enjoyment, since nobody really watches us play games. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. Who knows? And in 4, jump scares. Now I know I just said I don't like getting scared, but it wouldn't be a FNAF game without some jump scares. So far we've only seen one jump scare, that being the Vanny one from the very first teaser trailer for the game, which was honestly kind of anticlimactic. It was just a pair of shaking eyes. But I mean, it could be scary to some people. It didn't really do much for me. And honestly, if that's in the game, I'm not gonna be scared. We know that we're gonna get jump scares from the other animatronics if they end up catching us, but I'm hoping for something a little more. Something to bring the magic back of FNAF 1 and 4, you know? Because while I don't like being scared, getting scared really does help boost that view count. I know you people don't want to watch me play FNAF VR because I'm entertaining. No, it's so that the pants will be scared off of me because you're all sadistic freaks, but I love it. I know that it's a thing just based on the chat from like that one FNAF VR live stream that I did on this channel. You kept telling me to get jump scared, which was nice of you, so thanks. Getting close to the end into number 3, secret ending. Now, I'll be fine if there are only 2 endings to this game, but I won't be fine. I mean, I won't be fine if there's one ending, but let's ignore that. However, the inclusion of a secret ending could be incredible with the sort of free roam elements of this game. Because if you think about it, that makes it so much rewarding to find. Like, out of everything you could have done, you successfully fumbled your way into the exact situation you needed to be in for this to happen. That sounds freaking incredible. When I figured out that whole glitch trap puzzle thing, okay, I had already felt amazing, even if someone on Reddit apparently found it first, which the comments were saying. But I couldn't actually find that, by the way. Like, I couldn't find the post that came out before the community post about it, but whatever. But stumbling onto a secret ending like that would be a incredible feeling. The absolute pure joy that I would feel would be better than like the past 5 years of my life. That would make me ballistic. If I was just to like stumble onto it with no prior knowledge to it, I'd feel like a real king. Penultimately, in at number 2, minigames. Now, whether or not there will be minigames like laser tag is still up in the air at the time of recording. However, 8-bit minigames are a staple in the FNAF community, and are some of the parts that have revealed the most lore about the games. The 8-bit minigames revealed the first victim that William had, the detailed origins of the puppet, and even what William did after killing Charlotte. The minigames have been incredibly helpful in figuring out the absolutely bonkers lore of the series. The 8-bit minigames were even crucial in finding the good ending of FNAF 3, since we had to complete the Happiest Day minigame in order to get the good and canon ending, and release the souls of the original 5 missing children. So these minigames have become an integral part to the series, and to omit them from this game would be a mistake and a disservice to the series. And finally, in at number 1, William Afton. After the very first teaser trailer of the game oh so many months ago, we got to see that there was more going on here than we realized, since there was a mysterious robotic arm with purple lighting that springs out from behind a box. Most of us assumed that it was William, others believed it was the Stitch Wraith, but the purple light on the arm is largely associated with William because of the color purple. And knowing that he is trying to escape the game confines and break into the real world, we took this as an indication that he actually would do it. But since the game, at least currently, comes out tomorrow, we have yet to know. It would be interesting to see how they could pull this storyline out of the since, you know, William should really be dead at this point. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, okay? He should be dead. He should be gone. But the ways they could reintroduce this character would be kind of nuts. So it's certainly going to be an interesting thing to see if William does end up making an appearance, or if it was just a red herring to get us all talking and have like thumbnail material for clickbait. There we have it, friends, the top 10 FNAF things we hope to see in Security Breach. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been and Shower Make Donna Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.